Dang. Man, I forgot to throw down the campfire. Shoot, that's a long walk. What is up, guildies? Happy Friday and
welcome to the guild.
Welcome back to the channel. Today marks September the 17th of 2021, and we are officially 11 days out from the official launch of New World. And as you already know, we are doing some basic daily tips and tricks, things that you should know before the game launches. And today we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Previous episodes we already went over blazing straight through the very beginning quest line. We also talked about choosing your weapons and the differences of all the armor pieces. Okay, for today's basic tip and trick, we're going to be talking all things travel in New World. More specifically, we're going to be talking about how fast travel works, what you need for fast travel, campfires, how to acquire the ability to create campfires, what you need to create campfires, and the importance of campfires. And stick around to the very end so then I could show you exactly where all the shrines are in Eterno. Since there are no mounts in New World yet, traveling around Eternum can be very time consuming, but there are various different ways to travel. One option would be to travel to a settlement, not a fort, and then visit the inn. Once you visit the inn, you can talk to the innkeeper and set this point as a place to recall to. Recalling would be similar to Hearthstones in World of Warcraft. It does have a 1 hour cooldown and you can only choose one inn at a time. Just a quick tip for this recall station, I would choose an area that you're going to be questing in or spending the most time in, or you could just be like me where I chose Windsor because it's close to all the main cities and all the main areas. Also, it's close to Arm and Excavation, so you know you're going to be traveling to Windsor pretty frequently, especially because it does have a lot of gathering spots. Okay, so now in order to actually do the recall, once you set your inn, you just need to select M to open your map and then click on the settlement you have chosen and then choose recall to inn. Now the second option is to fast travel by using the resource Azoth and teleporting to a shrine. Azoth is New World's unique multi-purpose resource that players can collect through quests, killing mobs, and closing corrupted breaches. But more importantly, you'll need this to fast travel. Again, all you need to do is open your map by pushing M and click on the settlement or the shrine you wish to travel to, and then click on fast travel. Now the base cost for this travel is roughly about 50 Azoth, but for your distances, it's 5 Azoth per 100 meters. But they also have faction discounts and even company discounts when you use this travel method. Last thing to note here is that you have to have enough Azoth and you must have visited the shrine before or the settlement before in order to even have this option. And that's going to be why you're going to want to stay until the very end, because I'm going to reveal to you all the fast traveling points, the settlement locations, and even where all the shrines are inside Eternum. Alright, on to the next topic. Let's talk about campfires. So in New World, you'll be able to build a camp out in the wild. This camp is going to serve as a spawning point for whenever you die, and there is a respawn timer for when you die during PvP, which we'll be able to go ahead and touch on in a little bit. Also, New World just recently updated how far away from the camp you can respawn to 500 meters away, which basically means if you die over 500 meters from your camp, then you will not be able to respawn at your camp. You would have to respawn at a settlement. So I cannot stress enough how important it is to please continuously drop your camps as quickly as possible if you're questing in a specific location, because you will die in New World, especially because the mechanics of the NPCs is actually pretty difficult. It's not just a spanking tank. So the first camp that you're going to unlock is going to be at level 5. This is going to be your tier 1 camp. Now you get this camp by following the main storyline at the very beginning of the game. Your next tier is going to be at level 15. It's going to be your survivalist quest called the Friends in Fashion, and you acquire this quest by going to the main city that you originally started off at, and then so on and so forth. Tier number 3 is level 25, tier 4 is going to be at level 40, and tier 5 is going to be at level 55. Now it's really going to be important along the way while you're questing to not lose track of leveling up your camp, especially because your camp has multiple benefits to it. Now before we get into the benefits, let's go into how to actually make a camp, which this is pretty simple. All you're going to need to do is grab 5 greenwood and 1 flint. Once you gather your materials, you just select Y and find an even terrain, then just place it on the ground, and then select E in order to apply your materials to your campfire. Now at your campfire, you can also rest at the camp by pushing T to regain your health pretty quickly, and you can craft basic items such as food, arrows, potions, and much more while you're out in the wilderness. The higher your camp tier is, the better the items you can craft. Certain territories have territories boundaries, and if you scroll up on your map, you'll be able to see those points of interest. Okay, so last thing about campfires, when you're flagged for PvP, choosing to respawn at a camp activates an incrementally increasing respawn cooldown, which pretty much means that every single die while you're PvPing and you're respawning at your camp, the respawn timer will continuously increase for your camp. Now, even if you choose to spawn somewhere else, the camp respawn's cooldown will still be ticking down. And then just a side note here, if you die while flagged for PvP while the cooldown is counting down, the time increments will just be added to the current value. Pretty much for all of this though, it's really just to prevent a player from dying in PvP then immediately running back into battle right away, which I find that's actually really good, because you don't want to be taking over a fort and then people are just respawning back and forth, and it's just a non-stop battle. All right, so well, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for today's tip and trick of the day. Oh wait, I think I promised you guys something, right? I promised you guys every single fast travel location. Well, here they are. All of these images right here are going to be on NWPlayers.com under the tab where it says fast travel locations. The link for NewWorldPlayers.com will be inside my video's description, so go check it out. And everyone, so if you want to be part of our basic tip and trick countdown for New World's launch date, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and even hit the bell button so you know exactly when I post these videos. Well, I hope that this was able to help you out when it comes to traveling inside New World. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I look forward to seeing all of you guys inside the New World.